Hey girl, hey, welcome to Tia's Table. Let's talk about everything from the latest fitness and wellness trends, recipes that are actually worth cooking, and the craziness that's happening on our side of the internet. Sit back, grab a snack, and let's have some girl talk. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to another episode of Tia's Table. Hopefully by now we are all following the podcast page, Tia's Table Podcast. I'm posting a lot of random things there, but I think it'll be fun. The things I talk about here will show up over there. More of like the behind the scenes maybe of the fitness page will be over there. I'm still posting to the fitness page. That page is Tia V Fitness, but it will be solely a fitness page. So like all of the food, all of the fun, all of my random craziness will be over on the podcast page if you would like to follow me on Instagram. And I gotta say, I really do enjoy the podcast Instagram page. I would probably be up there every day if I didn't know how people would receive my full-on craziness. I would literally probably be over there every day because I love it, and I feel like my whole self can be over there, and it's like just a joy. It's fun times. So follow me on either one of those pages if you are on Instagram. So let's talk about what's been on my table lately. It's not too much, pretty much a lot of the same things, but there are two things I wanted to talk about. Number one, I ate Wendy's for the first time last week in a very long time. And when I mean to tell you, that little pig-tailed redhead girl never has to worry about me ever again in life. She never has to worry about me again. That food was so bad that even the bread was horrible. And I didn't even know that was possible. But like the bun, something about the bun just didn't seem like real food. And that's the best way that I can explain it. Like the food was just bad. It was nasty. The bread, the burger, and I ordered it through the app. Like I do most things these days. I order it through the app. And I don't know if because of that, they maybe, but I waited. I waited until I was in the parking lot, and then I ordered it so that I would know for sure, like my food hadn't just been sitting there on my drive to Wendy's, you know? I don't know. There's really no excuse for it. It was just bad. It was bad. I got a Dave single, and it was bad. It's not good. And it didn't even seem like real quality actual food, which these days I probably shouldn't expect it to be. But I guess since the only burger that I've really been eating lately, which I've had it twice, and it sits with me, I think about it often, is the patty melt from Five Guys. That patty melt is so good that maybe Wendy's was never going to taste good. You cannot compete where you are not in comparison. So, I mean, I don't know. I just know it was bad. The one thing that was good was the Sprite lemonade. And I don't know if people have had Sprite lemonade yet. I would like to believe everyone has maybe at this point. But it's like regular Sprite, but they put a little bit more lemon in it. And it's just amazing. That Sprite was right up there with McDonald's Sprite. So at least their ice and their soda machine is still doing what it needs to do. But that food was awful. And I literally will never go back. Will never go back. And I'm one of those people, when I say never again, I mean it. Never again. I can turn a page and act like I never knew it. Knew it, nothing. None of that. I have no idea. Take the app off my phone. It was that bad. Something that was actually good, not that I have eaten it yet, but I wanted to share that I'm going to be doing this so that if anybody else wants to do it with me, like we can. Remember, I bought that healthy meal prep cookbook, and it's got like over 100 recipes in it. I checked the book out from the library, and it was so good that I ordered a copy of it for myself. The book breaks down for you how many calories and macros are in each of the meals. She tells you what all you need for each meal. She tells you how to meal prep for them. She tells you how to store the ingredients so that you can make more meals with those same ingredients so that you're not going to the grocery store 8 million times a week. It's just a really well done cookbook, and I want to go ahead and start cooking from it. So I'm going to pick out a couple meals, maybe two, and I'm going to share those over on the podcast page. And we are going to cook through this cookbook together. Now, I kind of also maybe feel like I should wait until the beginning of the year when everybody is done with all of their holiday things to maybe start doing it. But also, I know that for myself, January is probably going to be a little bit of a wonky month for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get started now. And then maybe if you decide to get this cookbook, or if you already have it, you'll just know which meals I have tried. And I've either said that they were great, or I will tell you what to do to make it taste better. But I'm excited to try them because it should make meal planning and prepping like really easy. And I'll put a link to this cookbook in the description box so that if you don't have it and you want to see what I'm talking about, you can go shop around and look. Let's talk about some very random things. None of these things are connected, I don't think, but they came to me since I talked to you last, and I want to talk about them now. Number one, the last time we talked, I talked about the whole wearing like a wedding dress like outfit to my wedding anniversary dinner. I have since scrapped that idea. I will not be doing that. I was very close to buying a dress during like all of the sales that have been happening. And then I was just like, girl, no. Number one, because that's just another item that you'll buy and it'll be in your closet and you will never wear it again. You will wear it that night and then you will literally never wear it again. So it's a no for that reason. It is also a no because you don't know how it's going to fit. You're going to get it here and the bag will probably be an issue. I would say there's a 50% chance that if that dress does not fit exactly the way you are envisioning it in your mind, you're not even going to want to wear it. And we all know how I am about making returns. If you don't know how I am about making returns, girl, I never make them. Then I just get stuck with stuff or I end up giving it away or like whatever. But it's rare that I'm going to put an item back into packaging and then go somewhere where that gets shipped off. It's never going to happen. And like we have already discussed, I don't live close enough to a good mall to just go to the mall and make returns like people do, I'm sure, like on a regular basis. That would be an inconvenience to me to have to return an item. I'm probably better off just keeping it and saving myself the gas money, to be honest. So I was like, girl, no, don't order a dress, Tia. And then whenever you decide that you're not going to shop, there is a little bit of a mourning period that takes place after that. Because now you're kind of like, ooh, so now I'm not getting myself this cute dress. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to wear? These are very first world problems. What am I going to wear? So few days after that, I'm in my closet actually trying to clean it up because the housekeepers were coming and, before they come to clean, you got to clean. So like I'm in here cleaning up and I'm putting clothes away. I'm putting my laundry away. And I was in my closet and I noticed that I had a pair of ivory dress pants. And I was like, dang, I forgot I had these. Like I forgot that I bought these. And so then, I pull the pants out and I take a look at them and I'm like, okay. Then I pull out an ivory colored sweater that matches the pants perfect. The sweater has very pretty buttons on it. I've never even worn the sweater. It still has tags on it. I bought that sweater, I think maybe 3 Christmases ago at this point. Because of course, when I saw it, I said to myself like, oh, this is such a cute holiday sweater but it doesn't look like a Christmas sweater, So, yay, I'm going to get this and I'm going to wear it during the holiday season. Never wore it. Well, I'm wearing it this year. Now, I don't know what those pants are going to do. I don't know how the pants are going to fit. I hope those pants are high-waisted. I really can't remember if they are or not. Because ideally, I would want them to be high-waisted so that they come up over like and above my bag. If they are not high-waisted, then that'll be interesting, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. But the sweater I know will be perfect. Like the sweater is perfect. So I just got to figure out the pants situation. And I'm pretty sure the pants will fit. I just need them to either be high-waisted pants or I need for them to be a little bit too big so that I can just pull them up and make them high-waisted pants. So we'll see. But I'm very happy that I was able to shop my closet and kind of check that off of my list. I am also very proud of myself for finally being at a place in life, or at least as it relates to this particular thing, where I was able to talk myself out of buying something. That is true growth for me. And and in this moment, I think I'm taking a moment of silence for my younger self who would have just bought the dress and figured it out later. Yes. Something else that I've had to shop around for lately is a new faucet for our kitchen sink. Now, this whole time I've been on the sick and shut-in list, things were happening in and around my house that I have found to be very interesting. I have conducted investigations to find out how things have gotten broken. Of course, no one knows, no one saw, no one did, right? The kitchen sink is like the main thing that I wanted to get resolved before, the next surgery, or before we have house guests again, because, it's the holiday season. People are about to start coming to visit, and I'm like, we have to have a fully functioning kitchen sink before anybody comes here. Like, you just got to. Because people will come, people like to cook when they come, and they need a sink that works. And it's very, this is also something that I think is like very adult. I have been annoyed by the kitchen sink, but really didn't feel moved to actually do anything about it until we got close to having a house guest. And then, as the days kept going and the weeks kept rolling by, I was like, yeah, we should probably go ahead and get the sink fixed before so-and-so gets here. That is always a motivator for people to do stuff around their house. So I picked out a new faucet. I got one that is supposed to be touchless. So all of the boys that live here who are rough with everything don't even have to touch the faucet anymore to get the water to come out of it. I'm hoping that gives this faucet a nice chance at a long life. I mean, I don't know. For what it's worth, that is the second faucet. The one that's down there that's broke right now, that is the second one. So this time I picked out something that was completely different. It looks different, it functions and operates different, and it does now have the touchless feature on it. So I'm hoping that means if little hands touch it less, it just will have a chance, a fighting chance at sticking around longer than a couple years. But at the same time, I did not spend a whole lot of money on said faucet. So if in 3 years from now we have to replace it again, no harm, no foul. I would have gotten my money's worth out of it. So we'll see. The new faucet is supposed to get installed on Friday. I have a whole list of things for the handyman, actually. The kitchen faucet is on there. We've got fire detectors that are beeping, but they're super high up, and our ladder doesn't go that high. So those, got to replace the batteries for that. We've got light bulbs super high up that need to get replaced. So that's on the list. We've got a couple towel racks. Also, no one knows how those got broken, and how do you break a towel rack? How? If the towel rack hangs above the toilet, it's not like you're hanging your body playing monkey bars on it. It's not like you can do anything but put a towel on it. So really, are y'all throwing the towels at it? I have no idea. That is in the bathroom that belongs to the boys. Their towel rack broke, and I really just can't understand how. But that needs to get fixed. Now, something that is actually mine broke, and I got to be honest, I don't know how it broke because I'm I just came back up here. How is this broken? But the towel holder on my side of our bathroom sink, yeah, I put a towel on it one day and it just fell off. It just fell right off. So that is probably something I could screw back up there myself, although I have tried and it didn't work out for me. I couldn't get it to stay, mainly because of the way that it mounts to the wall. It's like it makes it hard for you to do it. I probably could tell my husband to attempt to screw that on, but I'm like, at this point, the handyman is coming. So just add that to the list of things. That and doing things around the house is really not my husband's ministry. And I know when he hears this, he's going to be like, why you tell them people that? Because it's true. It's not a lie. It's really not his ministry. So that's on my list. One more thing is on the list, and it is a new microwave. We have got to replace the microwave over the stove. Now, I have already gotten them a microwave that's like countertop so they can keep popping popcorn, making ramen, heating up food and all of that. So they are not without a microwave. However, just in case you don't know this, when the microwave above your stove breaks, then you no longer have an exhaust fan. You no longer have a light for your stove. And what else don't I have? And there's something else that microwave does that I don't have anymore. That is actually like a function of the stove because the microwave is out. So I have found 2 microwaves that I like. They're very similar. I just need to figure out which one of them is a better fit for above the stove based on the dimensions, because neither one of them have the exact measurements as the microwave that I have. And I don't know if it's better for the handyman if the microwave is a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger than the one that's up there. I don't want him to have to do too much or work too hard. So I'm going to ask him which one I should get, because they're very similar in price. I think they're only like a $50 or $60 price difference. So that part really doesn't matter as much as I really don't want him to have to like reframe anything because of the size difference of the microwaves. So yeah, who would have thought that in such a short amount of time, people really could just turn your house every which way but loose. Like, I'm seeing spots in my house that need to have like the paint touched up. And I'm like, were they just taking their hands, dipping them in olive oil and then putting their hands on the wall and just walking? I don't know. I don't I don't know. I don't have any answers. I wish they did though, but I'm like, okay, well, all of this will really put some fire under me to kind of like focus on house stuff and then actually keep my focus and attention on it, because my focus and attention for like house things comes and goes. Like, I'll be on it for like a month and then I'm like, oh, I'd rather spend money doing something else. And so then I go do something else. But now I'm like, no, Tia, address the house things so that every day when you're walking around the house, those things don't get on your nerves. So that's where I'm at. I am purging my closet again. That is also how I found the anniversary outfit. I'm going through that closet, and you know what I think I really need to do? One thing that I really need to do is dig real deep and get rid of pajamas. And I don't mean like actual pajama sets necessarily. I mean things that maybe I was wearing to bed or maybe I was wearing around the house that either don't match or that are just old, or things that I just haven't worn in forever, but they're taking up space in my closet. I need to get rid of a lot of that stuff. And then I need to become a person that does not accumulate those kind of things again. Like, I don't think I want any more random t-shirts. Like, if I run your race, I'm cool on a t-shirt. You don't have to give me a shirt just for me to prove I was here. I mean, I say that right now, but maybe I would want to take a picture in the shirt, but then I don't need it. Like, I don't have to keep it, because now what am I going to do with all these random little items that I know I won't actually wear? No, I need to seriously gut and purge that closet. I need to gut that closet to the point that I actually have space in it. Like my drawer that has like bras, panties, and socks and all that stuff, that drawer sends me to a dark, bad place. When I open it, it's like it is overflowing with like Pilates socks and Nike dry fit socks. And then we have bralettes. We have underwear all over the place. And it's just too much. Like it's not organized at all. And so I got to fix that. So like I said, I'm going to try my best to like stick to a lot of these little home projects. And I think what will be a motivating factor for me is because I learned a lot during that first hospital stay, mainly because it was so long that I had to get other people involved in the comings and goings of my life, right? And so what I need to do is get that closet to a place where if someone is here and they're taking care of me and they have to go into that closet, it is not like, because I could imagine my mom going into my closet and her just having a moment of like, oh my God, like, oh my God, my mama would probably walk in that closet and be like, oh no, I'm not doing this. She would probably close the door. And then whatever I told her I actually needed, she would just rather go to the store and buy it. Because she would be like, Tia, I'm not fighting that closet. I went in that closet, girl, and I lost my mind. So here are some brand new items that you asked for, that you feel like you need. And you can just wear these, and girl, I'll wash them while I'm here helping you. And we'll just do it like that. Because girl, ain't nobody got time for what you got going on back there. Yeah, that is what it's like. So I need to get it to a place where if I had to send someone into that closet to like get things for me, they could go in there and items can be easily retrieved because it's not a hot mess back there. So let's all pick a project for the coming year, something we need to organize or do. You know, nothing that's too hard, nothing that costs a whole lot of money, something that's just like maybe a little time consuming. You might not be looking forward to it, right? But you know you need to get it done. It's like, I know I need to do this, and you know you will feel better once it is done. Let's pick something, and then like, girl, let's all just do it. For me, it's going to be the closet. For me, I'm going to go through that closet, and I'm really going to get rid of things. Because Tia, what do you mean? You have onesies that you have never even worn. Like I do. And I do. And I need to get rid of them. And they're in my pajama drawer, just taking up space. So, oh, and what makes this even worse is that when I was going through, like I did a very light scanning of like the pajama drawer and like the underwear drawer I just talked about. And if you dig deep enough in both of those drawers, do you know what lies beneath all of the mess in them? Girl, an organization system. Because at some point in my life, I actually bought like organizers for the drawers, just never expanded them. They were like tucked all to the right hand side of both drawers. They were just underneath all of the things. So at least I do have an organization system. I just have to gut both of those drawers and then like actually use them. So we'll see. Some random things that I wanted to talk about because I didn't have like a real actual like hard topic for today. I'm just trying to stay consistent with doing and posting. So I remember back in my mommy blogging days, I used to do thought bubbles where I would just post random things, random thoughts. So we're going to do a little bit of that right now. It costs me $25 a month to make my house smell good if I use Airwick plugins. And that seems very expensive to me, just off things smelling good. Now, I have tried all kinds of plugins. I have tried Glade. I have done the whole Bath and Body Works thing. What I did not like about the Bath and Body Works plugins is that number one, they did not seem to be any different and or better than Airwick. Like when you first plug them in, you can smell them. Everything smells great, whatever. After however many days, you really don't smell them as much. Very similar to Airwick. Airwick, I will plug it in those first couple of days. It smells like heaven in here. Like a few days ago, I put new plugins in and it smelled like Christmas in here. I really like to do a mix of the apple cinnamon, and then they have like a cranberry one. I do a mix of those, and it's like the perfect Christmas smell in here. It did, and it smelled like Christmas for about 3 days. I'm in my house all day today, and I don't smell a thing. Now, when I leave to go do school pickup, and I come back in here, I'll be able to smell it. Like I'll come into my room, especially if I shut the door to my room while I'm gone. When I come back in here, I'll be able to smell it, but I don't typically smell it as I walk through the house all day, every day. I have to leave and come back in order to smell like the Airwicks. But at the end of the day, I'm like, these things should not be $12 and $15 a pack. Like they shouldn't be. Why is Airwick so expensive? Because it's not like it even works every single day. That's one of my top chief complaints about literally trying to just make a house a home. A conversation that I saw on Threads the other day really made me want to pluck my eyelashes and eyebrows out one by one and just have a bald face, because I'm just so sick of that conversation. It's actually 2 conversations, but let's just start off with the one that I actually saw, because this one always turns into the other one. Listen, in 2026, I really want us to leave the whole how women live thing alone. If you're a woman and you have chosen not to get married or not to have kids, girl, good for you. Be a corporate baddie all of your days. Do what you want to do and leave the rest of us out of it. I don't care. I'm too busy raising children to worry about what the single childless women of the world are doing. I pray that you're in great health and that you're safe and that you're having a blast. But girl, leave the rest of us out of whatever it is that makes you feel as if you have got to come online and let us all know that in your opinion, you have chosen a better way of living. Like, girl, trust me when I tell you we are too busy to care. And also, some of us have daughters, like I do. If my daughter grows up and says, ooh, really, girl, I done been watching you my whole life, and while being married and having children really seem to work for you, like, girl, I'm going to do something a little different with my life. I'm going to be like, okay, period, sis. Go out there and get the life that you want. Go out there and get it. Do what you want to do. Live how you want to live. If you ever get into trouble or you need money, you know where to find me. I'm right here. Your safety net. But do whatever you want with your life. Girl, I don't care. But when I read some of the things that you all say about women who have like families or have chosen to get married or whatever, I'm just like, girl, I don't think that's it. Like, I really don't think the sisterhood is functioning at a really high place if this is how some of you like think and feel about the rest of us. Like, it would almost be like if, which this is also a conversation that happens quite a bit, the whole, like working woman versus like people who stay at home kind of thing. And one of the conversations around that was more so about people who make content, like content creators, right? And someone was saying like, oh yeah, whenever content comes across my screen and it's basically like a stay-at-home mom or somebody or a woman that doesn't work, the person was like, I just keep scrolling because I don't even want to see that, you know? And for me, I'm sitting here thinking, well, yeah. So see, the thing is, y'all say stuff like that, like we're supposed to be offended by it, which I don't really take in a whole lot of mommy content either. Because like, again, your kids are your kids. My kids are my kids. Our kids are not the same. And I prefer to just parent from a place of not comparing myself to what other people are doing. That keeps me sane. So I don't take in a lot of mommy content either, but for different reasons. This person was basically like, yeah, like, why would I ever want to? And it's kind of like, girl, you think that when content comes across my screen about a 9 to 5 and being a corporate baddie and what I wore to work today, you think I'm watching that thinking, oh yeah, let me take no, like, you think everybody wants to be like you, and that is just not the case. It's not the case. Sometimes people post things about, the career girlies, and they do scroll. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I know women who are career baddies, who have great jobs. And when they see content like that, they're like, oh no, girl, let me scroll, because my life is not the fact that I have a job. And I know a lot of people won't reach that point until they do get older. But yeah, it's people that actually work that are like, no, why would I want my whole identity to be wrapped up in the fact that I have a job? And that's the same thing people say about people with kids, right? They're like, your whole identity is the fact that you have kids. And it's like, no, it's not necessarily people's identity, but it is a big part of their life because it's a lot of responsibility. In the same way, apparently, whatever it is you've got going on in your life, whatever your biggest responsibility is, it does tend to become a big part of your either personality or your identity. Is what you do the most. That's why people pick on people and call them Pilates princesses, because they talk about it all the time, myself included. Talk about it all the time. It's a big priority for me. So it does become part of my identity, maybe part of my personality, like whatever. But we got to stop doing the whole like tit for tat and like talking down on people who have chosen different life plans than maybe what you would have chosen, because one is not better than the other. At the end of the day, we all have to just live life the way we want to live it, in a way that feels good to us, so that when life is over, you have very few regrets. You just don't want to regret your time. So spend it the way you want to spend it. Now, those conversations always start to tiptoe into another conversation that I really want us to leave in 2025. And that is the whole thing of 50-50. Like, girl, when I mean to tell you, I don't care. I don't care if it's 50-50 at your house. I don't care why you want it to be 50-50 at your house. I don't care if it's 0-100 either way at your house. You want to know why that is? Because I don't live there. I'm not in your relationship. So I don't care. I don't care. Most people don't care. It does not do any of us any good to even know these things about other people. Like, we know too much about people now. Now we know too much. Now you have put on the internet, you and your husband got into an argument about whatever. He throws it back into your face that, like, you pay for everything, so you think you can talk to me. Girl, when you get on the internet and you share all of those little tidbits about him, you have to know the girls in the comments are going to drag him for filth. As soon as you tell the internet, not even me, girl, because like I said, I'm not going to comment. But as soon as you tell the internet, you can tell the internet you gave your husband $50, and the internet is going to be like, ooh, girl, couldn't be me. Dump him, break up with him. Y'all make marriage look real bad. And then the whole conversation starts all over again. We have got to leave that in 2025. We cannot keep doing that. It serves no purpose. It's not good for anybody. And at the end of the day, the people who start the conversations end up getting mad at the internet commenters, because the people don't ever agree with you. Like, they never agree. And then the few comments you might see that agree with whoever has started that whole firestorm is normally some crazy looking man that hardly anybody at least no one that I know, would be in relationship with anyway, because we would have identified those red flags from the beginning. We would have never even gotten to the whole 50-50 conversation, because we would have never made it past like a second date. So we got to leave those conversations in 2025. They help no one. Not a soul. Not a soul. I watched Tracee Ellis Ross's new Christmas movie on HBO the other day. First of all, Tracee wasn't even in that movie until it had already been on for, I want to say, 45 minutes to an hour. Like, it had been on for a long time before we even got to see her in that bad wig. Her in that bad blonde wig show up midway through the movie. And by that point in time, the viewer probably has already decided that the movie is so bad that now you're pretty much just listening to the movie and like scrolling on your phone, because that's what I was doing. Because I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to let it play all the way through so that we can continue to support Tracee being in things. But I'm going to get on the phone and tell the girls like that movie was bad and don't watch it. Don't watch it. I gave them a view. Like, I went up there and I did it so that you wouldn't have to, because it's not even a Christmas movie. And see, and this has been a trend this whole holiday season with people selling us Christmas movies or selling us these movies and calling them holiday movies, but they're really not. I think I may have seen maybe one Christmas tree in that movie, but the movie starts with them eating Thanksgiving dinner. But then it was just never Christmas. Like, it was just because it is wintertime when you make a film, that does not make it a Christmas movie. We have been through this already. And in order for it to be a Christmas movie, we need it to be overwhelmingly so Christmas decor, all in the background. We need to hear the Christmas instrumentals all in the background. We need the people to have on red blazers, jackets. They need furry things. The wardrobe has to be there, right? We need a main holiday event. There has got to be a holiday festival, a holiday market, the Christmas ball. We have to be saving the bakery. There has to be some type of main plot that screams, if we don't do this, Christmas is ruined forever, or at least this holiday season, right? We need people to meet and then fall in love. Somebody in the movie. And we can't do a whole lot of back and forth with that. Now, I know I said in the movie with Brandy, we would have liked a little bit of relationship tea with that. And I still do mean that. I mean, when done correctly, we're here for a little drama, right? But for the most part, we want these people to meet. We want them to flirt. We want it to be slightly innocent, but just enough because they're grown adults. You know what I'm saying? We want to wait for, a good little bit of time, like let their relationship build a little bit. And then at the end, we want these people to be deeply and madly in love. That is not too much to ask. If you're going to do it, you need to do it right. Tracee Ellis Ross's, and it's not necessarily quote unquote her movie, but she's the only person in that movie that we would know. Okay. And it just wasn't good. I wish they would have just gotten somebody else to do it, to be honest. I feel like she is too big of a name to have played the role that she played and like all of that. So don't watch it. It is not a Christmas movie. Or maybe watch it and just know it's not a Christmas movie. Speaking of Christmas movies, I have a bone to pick with Amazon Prime. Not that I ever thought for 1 second they were above thievery. Is thievery even a thing? Is probably not. But let me tell you something about The Preacher's Wife. I watch that movie every holiday season because it is one of the best holiday movies out there. Nothing is ever going to beat Whitney Houston, Denzel Washington, Loretta Devine. Come on, Tia, what are the other names? Jennifer Oh, I hate that I can't think of her last name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Auntie that be on TikTok singing. Jennifer. Ooh, what is her last name? Ugh. I'm going to have to Google it. Her, and then we have Angela Bassett's husband, and Courtney B. Vance, that's his name. I'm Googling the preacher's wife because I cannot let that legend's name go unknown. Come on, somebody. Jennifer Lewis. Y'all knew who I was talking about. Jennifer Lewis. It is such a good cast. Let me tell you about how every holiday season I rent that movie because I'm like, I'm not giving Amazon $18 for The Preacher's Wife. I like it, but no, I'm not doing it. Pulled up the movie again this year. Same thing. I was about to go rent it. And for whatever reason, the day that I was pulling it up, I was just like, no, I can't. If I try to play that movie right now, I won't be able to hear it because the children that live here are too loud. So I didn't watch it. But I was just like, I see they're still on their holiday BS again with that movie being $18. Fast forward a day or so later, I'm in my kitchen cooking and I'm like, okay, let me pull up The Preacher's Wife because it's not as loud in here and I would love to have it playing while I'm in here cooking. I pull it up and would you happen to know The Preacher's Wife was on sale for $4.99. I bought that movie so fast. Bought it so fast because I'm like, what do you mean? If you could sell it for $4.99 today, you could have sold it 2 days ago for $4.99. If I went to Walmart and I dug through a bin of DVDs, I could probably find it for $5 in a bin at Walmart. If Walmart was still selling DVDs in a bin. Do y'all remember when Walmart used to do that? You used to be able to go to Walmart and they would have those huge bins full of DVDs and you would just dig through them. I mean, I guess people don't buy DVDs anymore because people don't have DVD players anymore. But when we used to have like actual tangible items that we owned, you could go find a movie that was, 30 years old in one of those bins and get such a good deal and go home. You could get a week's worth of movies for the cost of your Netflix membership each month. People really need to think about bringing that back. Like, bring back DVDs. And I know you can still buy them, but I think we've addressed the fact that if we buy them, I'm not trying to buy super old movies like they just came out last week. Not me. I don't think I'm going to dye my hair anymore, or at least not anytime soon. I really hate to back myself into like nevers like that because, girl, I might wake up months from now and change my mind. But number one, I feel like I really like my natural hair color. Number one. Number two, the gray that I have coming in doesn't look bad. But see, my gray is not coming in like other people's comes in. My gray is coming in like tinsel, like it's here, there, and everywhere, but not all together. I think I would probably really enjoy it if it did come in kind of like more uniform, like if I had like the skunk thing, or if like my front bang was all, because when it's here, there, and everywhere, I don't know. And then gray hair doesn't really like lay down the way you would probably want it to. It kind of does its own thing. But I was looking at my hair last week and I was thinking, you know what? Maybe let's give dyeing our hair a break too, along with all the other things we've decided we're not going to do right now, or in the future. Let's let hair dye be one of those things. And so now I feel like I truly am starting to save a lot of money. And I'm like, so now what can I spend that money on? Today, when I was riding home from school drop off, I thought to myself, well, you could spend some of that money on in-person guitar lessons. I did cut my nails and I've been practicing keeping them short. I'm like, maybe you should take that guitar to an actual place, sit down with the person in front of you and let them teach you something. You might benefit from that. But then, because my mind really just goes to far away places, then I also thought to myself, well, Tia, if you also really want to do like some type of recital thing, because I still think that would be fun and cute to do. I'm like, should you also take voice lessons? Because people who know how to play the guitar, they also have like an okay singing voice. Like people don't mind it. Now, do they sing like Beyonce or Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston? No, not all of them. Can they hum a tune good enough to get some sing-along vibes going? Yes. And I feel like that person could be me at my next gathering. But I don't want the people to be like annoyed at the sound of my voice. So I'm like, maybe you could do guitar and voice lessons since you are saving money by not doing all these other things. That is grown-up girl math. Let's stop dyeing our hair and getting lashes and doing all these aesthetic things, right? That we have kind of come to the realization that maybe we never needed it in the first place. And let's use that money to like fund some of this fun stuff that is randomly coming at you. And I feel like that's what I'm going to do. Because why not? I'm sure the people in my life would love to sit around a campfire or ocean with me and listen to me play on that guitar. Listen to me sing songs. I just know it. They will hate to see me coming, dragging that guitar with me. And I'm kind of excited for that. I'm excited about that in ways that I can't really even express through this podcast. The joy is leaping out of me, actually. I made homemade ranch earlier this week or like over the weekend. And I forgot how good that was. Like nothing compares. I don't care where you get your ranch from. Nothing is better than you making it at home yourself. And I have 2 different ways of making it. Now, I do have an actual like ranch recipe that uses like herbs and spices. If you feel like you have the time and the desire to do that. And that recipe is absolutely amazing. It makes a perfect ranch. However, if you just go get yourself 16 ounces of either Greek yogurt or sour cream, and you put 3 tablespoons of Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning in it, stir it up, sit it in the refrigerator for like an hour. Girl, when I mean to tell you, you will have the best ranch you've ever had in your life. Oh my gosh. Some of the things that I feel like would go perfect with that ranch, of course, let's go ahead and get the obvious out of the way. Of course, I'm going to say vegetables. Now that we've said that, of course, you need wavy lays. You might want to get some buffalo wings, especially if they've been fried hard, ran through the sauce twice. You definitely would want pizza or something like pizza. Now, if you didn't want to do like full on ordering a pizza, which is probably the fastest and easiest thing to do, you could do like the whole crescent roll thing. Remember when we used to make braided pizzas with crescent rolls? Y'all remember that when that was on Pinterest way back when? Girl, bring it back. Bring it back and dip that in ranch. And tell me if I'm not your most favorite person after you do that. Tell me if I'm not. I have rarely ever led y'all astray with the stuff I tell y'all to eat on here. That would be a good one. I need to go to the Dollar Tree really bad. And every day is a new opportunity for me to go. And every day, so many things happen and I never end up going. Number one, it is because the good Dollar Trees that I would want to go to aren't necessary. Yeah, they're not conveniently located to me. I feel like where my neighborhood is located, everything is out of the way. Like nothing is right over here. Of course, places are close to me, but either I'm just a lazy driver and I'm gonna say that's what it is. Gonna say I've just gotten too used to not having to be in my car for long periods of time. So anytime I have to be in there for just longer than 15 minutes to get somewhere, I'm like, Like, I question whether or not I really want to go. How bad do I need to go? That should not be the case with Dollar Tree, though, because Dollar Tree is well within the bubble that I'm willing to drive to. It's just also like, when do you want to go? But I need to go because I have a long list of things that these people say I need to junk journal. And every day I'm seeing new things and I'm adding it to the list. And I'm like, oh, I need to go to Dollar Tree before everybody decides to go to get the things they need to craft in the new year. I'm like, I need to go. And right now, see, it's 2:00. I have to leave here pretty soon to go start doing school pickups. I don't even know what we're having for dinner today. That is something I need to figure out between now and 4:00. Definitely. But I would love to, instead of doing that, instead of going and buying something for dinner, I actually would like to just go to Dollar Tree. But yeah, I do. When will I go? But I need to. I have been watching a lot of things on TV. Some stuff is coming up on Netflix, and I'm going to try to do a quick little rundown. David Letterman's show on Netflix is so good. If you have not watched it ever before, get up there and get caught up. But a new season of his show starts on December 16th, and his interviews are just perfect. Almost everybody that has been on his show is so likable. There's one interview that he's done that I haven't watched yet, just because that person, just in general, I find them not to be that likable. So I haven't watched that episode yet, but most of the interviews, you watch them and you're like, oh my gosh, like the Adam Sandler episode, you're just like, oh, he's so nice. Like, he is what you would want him to be based off of his movies and all of that stuff. And I always do enjoy hearing everyone's backstory. So there's that. There's a documentary on the New York Times on Netflix right now. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm going to, because I love a documentary, and I love a documentary about something that has had strong, like, we will say, pop culture impact, as well as like, a historical impact as well. The New York Times has been around for a long time, and it is going to be interesting to hear how it got started and how it's managed to like still be around, because a lot of publications have like come and gone. But no, I even saw on TikTok the other day that people who live in New York City actually carry around like New York Times totes, like it's a whole thing for the people that live there. So I'm gonna watch that. I have started watching Owning Manhattan, and as I thought, it's so good. It's about real estate. The drama that you see on the show is real estate related. Ryan is such a good boss, and you can tell he's trying to learn how to, get better at running his company. It shows a little bit of his family and how he's trying to be like a more present father. And I think if you like real estate shows, you will like that one. So watch it. It's 2 seasons on Netflix. I also started watching The Fresh Prince because, as we know, this is the final season of the show. And I know my opinion on this is going to be very unpopular, but it's nothing I can really do about that because it is what it is. I like The Fresh Prince. I even like this more dramatic take on the show, because we all know the original was like a comedy, like a family comedy. It was fun. It was lighthearted. They did cover some serious topics every now and again. They had some really like heart-wrenching episodes, like the one where his dad comes and then he leaves and he's like, why don't he want me, man? Like that, we get it. The original did a really good job of doing a little bit of both, but it was more of a lighthearted, fun family show more than anything. The remake, I think, is just too dark for me, or at least this last season. And this is not to say that they aren't doing a good job with it. Like, I think the show in and of itself is still a good show. it's a good show, but as I'm watching this last and final season, I'm like, why did Jeffrey have to be affiliated with the gang? Like, and I guess spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it at all, or if you haven't seen any of this last season, sorry. But I'm like, why do we have to have money laundering as a storyline? Why can't these people just be judges or lawyers, whatever? Let the mama be an artist, like a commissioned artist at that. Let these people just be successful. And let's just follow them raising these kids, getting all these children into college, you know? Like, I think it's fine that Hillary's husband passed, which I know that's bad to say. But, you know, I think that had to happen so that we could see her and Jazz get together. So I'm like, okay, that'll be what it'll be. And I haven't seen enough of the episodes to see if they do end up getting together at the end of the season or not. But I'm just like, outside of her husband dying, because that happens in the original, right? We all know he jumped out of the plane. Hillary, will you marry? Pop. So that actually happened in the first one. And I think they're doing a good job of mirroring the first one. But I feel like all this extra stuff that they got going on, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it was necessary. Like, we could have done a really good story without adding a lot of this extra in there. Because in the original, Jeffrey was a butler with an insane sense of humor. Like, his dry humor was one of the best things about the show. The fact that the kids were like growing up, going off to college, and just having like natural kid-like things, teenager-like things happen to them was enough. Like, it was entertaining all by itself. We didn't need them necessarily getting arrested for like serious things. I do believe when they got arrested on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, wasn't it over something silly or like kind of stupid, or it was a mistake? So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a way to like do things without making it so dark. And I feel like so far in this last season, I have been making my way through these episodes, but feeling like, gosh, that was a lot. Like, I just want to have fun and watch TV. I'm not trying to have my emotions all tied up into a knot every time I sit on this couch. Which is why shows like With Love, Megan, the holiday special, are so important. Because you watch those and all you feel is warmth, comfort, and joy. That's it. My only complaint about that particular special, my only complaint is that it was not as long as I would have wanted it to be. Or I thought it would be like a 2 or 3 part special. I don't think I was expecting it to be like an hour and that was it. And maybe that's because in the trailer they had multiple guests. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, multiple guests, we'll have multiple episodes. And it's like, no, they ran all them guests through that one episode. That lady changed clothes 100 times to fit the segment theme for each one of those people. And there's more that I would actually like to say about that, but I'm not. I'm going to hold off on my other thoughts about the holiday special, because I know another season of her show will come out, and I want to wait and see what the next season is like before I give that particular critique. So let's just wait and see what the next season of With Love, Megan gives. Because I enjoy her show. Like, I enjoy her show, enjoy the brand. I've ordered things from her before. The stuff was quite nice, very lovely. Love it all. But of course, there's always a little bit of room for improvement with everything, right? Is it not? Lastly, before I go, I watched My Secret Santa on Netflix. It is the movie with the girl from Virgin River, where she plays this woman who ends up turning herself into Santa Claus so that she can afford snowboarding lessons for her daughter. Perfect Christmas movie from start to finish. It is enjoyable. It has all of the things. You will recognize the faces. Oh, Tia Mowry is in that movie, actually. She's in that movie. Her character is not a likable one in that movie, but she is such a good actress that she makes you actually hate to see her coming when she's on the screen. Tia pops up on that screen and you're like, oh God, here she go. Like, here she go. What does she want now? What is she about to do? She is the villain. But see, an important part of it qualifying as a Christmas movie is that there has to be a villain. It has to be somebody that's trying to take somebody down or like expose somebody. And in this movie, Tia exposes the fact that the Santa that the hotel hired is in fact a woman who is lying about being a man, which that makes it sound like something it's not, but just stick with me. She figures out that like Santa is not who he has been saying he is, and he exposes her because see, Santa is making Tia look bad because Santa was not necessarily Tia's idea. And Tia really wanted to be the person that was running the hotel. But the owner of the hotel, of course, gives that to his son. But his son is like a party boy, or he has a reputation for being a party boy. And no one takes him seriously. And so Tia's like, well, of course, he's going to give that position to you. And I'm supposed to be training you. But really, Tia's like, oh, I'm going to train you. And I'm exposed the fact that you don't have no business having this job, except things start to go well for him accidentally. And it's because he hires this Santa that people just fall in love with. You have to watch it. It's very good. It's very good. And it is everything we want a Christmas movie to be. So, girl, that's it. Let me go over here and start picking up my children. Let me figure out what we're going to eat for dinner. We went to my son's band concert last night, like their holiday concert. So yesterday for dinner, they had a Costco lasagna that I popped right into the oven, which was easy and like quick and fast. Today, I'm kind of feeling like they might need something similar to that, but of course different. The same, but different. And that's mainly because I decided it would be a good idea to dance for my workout today. I was literally dripping in sweat. I sweated my hair out. And my body feels like I just got finished auditioning for somebody's something. And like right now, I just don't even have it in me to chop up nothing, prep nothing, and do really much of anything. I need to go find something that can be seasoned and popped into the oven. And we just call it a day. It's really feeling like a sheet pan dinner. Maybe it's feeling like a roasted chicken dinner with veggies. It really is giving that on a very high level. What is today? Tuesday. Yes. Oh, and I just remembered I need to call the school. Yes, girl. So let me go. Remember, when you're out, compliment a woman, say something nice to her, make her day, make her smile. And I hope the same is done to you. Don't compete, don't compare, don't complain. What God has for you is for you. And never knock another woman's hustle. I'll talk to you later, girl. Love you. Bye.